I should have a 4K webcam coming soon, so this is gonna look a lot better pretty soon, huh? And so should I, assuming that I'm, in a position where I have time to shower before recording one of these next time. Hi! So, BR Shop, we're gonna talk about later. I ran a poll yesterday. I don't know why I didn't prepare the poll, but I can go click it. I didn't learn a lot here. This is almost exactly what I expected, but yeah, 78% of you people are entwined, which is probably what I saw coming. I mean, that's kind of what I figured. That's why in like the very first one of these daily videos, I only covered Twine, and then a bunch of people got mad at me. And maybe not everybody voted, but 2 people who decided to participate were in Stonewood. Interesting. I'm still going to show all the zones because I feel like sometimes Stonewood, even if it's a power level 15 mission, if it gives you like a Thrasher or freaking, I don't know, any shotgun, you've seen these videos, I hope. So sometimes there's something good down there. You never know. There are no free bucks today, and then there are some pretty... We'll talk about them. A couple of survivors, cozy campfire, nothing crazy, but we're gonna start with ventures. Thank you to Shadow High for joining me. I have a... Oh. So if your phone is ever down at 15%, I highly recommend plugging it in. I brought it upstairs at like 18% to get food, and then forgot about it until now. All right, let's start with ventures. So, where do I start? I think it's the 34-4 player right in the middle. Yeah, has a purple survivor and a defender. I don't even know what type he is. I think pistol, I'm guessing. Snipers are pretty much the only ones that are good, but purple defender could get you going if that's something that you need. And then all the way up until the 70 zone is like the first place where I found something useful, and it is 4x Re-Perk. So if that's something that you need, hey, there you go. Wall spikes, good for the book or to use. Wall spikes are kind of good when paired with Ice King. So if anybody got Ice King, by the way, this was an old strategy, and it's still pretty not bad. You run Ice King in the lead. He freezes enemies upon smacking your base. If you pair it with wall spikes, which, make them take damage, and where is she, Electropulse Penny, they will do enough damage to pretty consistently kill themselves. So I once saw a trap vulnerable mini boss kill himself in 3 hits. So I'm just saying there are uses for things like wall spikes. It's not highly recommended. That isn't going to last forever, but hey, if you have some teammates, pair that with base Kyle and power base both in the lead, you're gonna have a pretty good fortress. Anyway, copper bullet bullets here, so good for the book. 108 4 player has 4x Re-Perk, and the other 108 4 player has 4x Eye of the Storm plus Pure Drops of Rain. Pretty good, pretty good. 4x Storm Shards on the 124 4 player and the 144 player, so if you guys need those, there you are. And the other 144 player, for that matter. I didn't realize how many Storm Shards there were. Goodness, all right. And then the other 124, yeah, it has Re-Perk, so pretty good-ish normal missions. There's nothing wild today, but, worth showing, always. I'm never going to skip a day. Absolutely nothing of interest, in my opinion, all the way leading up. I mean, there are random alert missions, rewards that are kind of good, but the one thing that I found of note was the Storm Chaser's Revenge and the Vintertech Jolter. A couple of these are just good for the collection book. I mean, nothing that you should be probably powering up, but hey, if you need to fill out the book, which we all do, and it is worth it, I don't say this enough recently, but leveling up your collection book is really worth it. It doesn't really start to kick back until like the 300s or whatever, but you do get Flux, and I'm stuck in a really bad spot right here. This is why I stopped leveling up recently, but you do get Survivors and Flux and more evolution materials, but not more than you put in. So you do get little bits of Perkup, lots of Perkup. You get, I mean, this isn't from the collection book, but yeesh, you guys can see how much I haven't been playing. Normally this is about 26,000, but I've taken a little bit of a break from streaming. I'm not super proud of that, but I needed it. I'm sorry, you guys. I need it. It's not that I don't want to stream. I actually do. In fact, I've been kicking myself that I haven't been streaming. I think I'm on a little bit of a vacation. It's all right. I'm not going to stop making videos. I'm enjoying myself just for a little while. All right. Copper Argon Assault Rifle in the 116. And in the other 116 4 player, we do have 4x Perkup, which is always nice. And then more 4x Perkup in the 124 4 player. Pretty decent alert missions, legendary Perkup. Nothing crazy interesting, but I mean, worth running at least once maybe if you need all the Perkup you can get. In fact, that is one thing of note from these missions. I did see this, that we have 1,200 purple Perkup in Twine alone and 800 legendary, which isn't incredibly out of the norm, but it's still a lot. So I mean, if you want to make a run for it, you get a lot of Perkup today. 4x Perkup in the 132 4 player, and Copper Vacuum 2-backs, which could have the Chain Lightning or the damage to water. Pretty good. And seeing as we are in a water ice storm right now, just in every single 4 player, maybe a Vacuum 2-backs is finally going to have its time to be tried out by some people. I don't know. We do have 4x Re-Perk in the 144 player, 4x Eye of the Storm, plus pretty decent alerts. I just ate a bowl of macaroni, and it is fighting for my tubes that I speak out of. I need a burp, that's what I'm saying. 5x, what is this? Drops of Rain on top of a Cozy Campfire, which is pretty good. For a 164 player, especially Evacuate the Shelter, I've been told that this mission will give you over 500. I was corrected in another video where the Category 4, if you see a Category 4 Drops of Rain in a 164 player, that is apparently able to give you like 700, which is significantly more than nothing. So anyway, worth running. 5x Re-Perk plus 415. That is about 800 Re-Perk, I think. I think that'll give you close to 800 or almost 800. That's a good mission to run at least once. 5x Lightning in a Bottle and another 400 Re-Perk. So yeah, you can see where this stuff comes from. If you run some of those higher level missions, you'll get plenty. How do I have 80,000? Didn't I just spend some on a video? Anyway, I think I spent 2,400 just demonstrating in my recent upload, and I don't remember what video that was. The paper shredder, yeah. You should check it out. I worked hard on it. No, I did put some effort in. I just, like I said, I've been all over the place. All right, Playcotid's pretty casual. 4x Lightning in a Bottle and a Copper Armageddon, which is, again, good for the collection book. Not a crazy exciting mission, but there are a few ones up here, like a Blue Lead Survivor. If you are absolutely desperate to just get your squad started, then that is something you could use. And then just miscellaneous Perkup and Re-Perk. I mean, you know, pretty good-ish missions. And then even in Stonewood, not much else to talk about, but they do have a 4x Drops of Rain going for them. So, hey, there you go. Stonewood, guys. Grab your free Art Deco llamas if you haven't yet. Range Weapon llama is what's waiting for you. And then the Drifter. I mean, that was still, you know, yesterday's news. Nothing changed there. Let's head over to BR and check out what we already saw. I'm surprised. I got a comment from a couple of people who wanted me to cover BR last, which makes sense. You know, other people focus on BR a lot more than Save the World, so I feel like it's a little worth it at least to maybe start with Save the World. I don't know what KRATOS is. I'm going to need somebody to help me because I don't... Is this like a mythical thing? It's not Greece. Is it? I don't know. That doesn't seem Greek to me. I would know this. I don't know who KRATOS is, but his pickaxe looks really cool. I might, if I'm going to get anything from this set, I like this pickaxe, because apparently it freezes as you smack stuff. I like that. I don't know. Everything else is kind of eh. Got Bubble Bomber coming in with her visor and a bubble bomb. And then, of course, that entire set. If you guys like anything you see, feel free to use code message to check out. And then, of course, we do have Dark Heart Pharah, Supersonic, Envoy, I think is how you pronounce that. 'Tis the Season. Man, they are just making up categories. Some people have tried to explain to me the item shop. I'm aware of how they're doing it. I still think it's a little ridiculous. I mean, 'tis the season, so is this just their holiday theme section? And then the daily section, but like, what is this then? If these two, like the featured stuff isn't the daily stuff, because this changes every day too, doesn't it? Why do we need a daily and a daily? I don't know, man. You can try to rationalize it, but they are just... just finding excuses to show more stuff, which can't be a bad thing. It's a little overwhelming for someone who's pretty casual like I am, but I understand. I mean, more options in the shop is only good for everybody. You get more things to do. I also haven't dropped in Season 5 yet. I should... What the hell? Okay, I haven't seen the map yet. I should Okay, I keep trying to drag around the map, and it's not working. All right, you know what? I'm going to stream some point, probably play Battle Royale. I want to level up the Battle Pass. I'll see you guys next time. Join our Discord. Goodbye.